Save it for the pod.
Can I know beforehand?
Yeah.
I can't know beforehand.
Nah, I gotta save it for the pod. Then for the Patreon.
D-Wade, Rory, K-Slay, Easy Money Jones. What else we talking about?
Go ahead, man. I ain't mean to play that, but we recording whenever y'all ready.
Oh shit! welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered University. God damn, it's your boy Big L, and I'm here with my co-host.
How you doing? It's Professor / Coach Travis. Everything in the building.
Yeah, it's your man Grooviano. I'm back, and we have a special guest with us today.
Easy Money Jones, a.k.a. Easy Wine Kenobi, a.k.a. Easy Unemployed, a.k.a. Until Wednesday.
And, of course, we got Julio Caesar behind the mic and camera.
Yeah, Jay Moore's behind the camera again. How y'all doing?
How y'all week been, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm drunk. I had a nice off day so far. I couldn't ask to be better.
Coach.
Man, just got done with practice. We got a track meet tomorrow to go against Willa, actually. I'm treating this track meet like another practice, like another day of practice.
Oh no, you can't say that. You can't do that.
Oh, yeah. So, because we have a major track meet on Thursday. So sometimes you work hard through a track meet just because you're preparing for something big on Thursday. Now, these guys tomorrow, all right, I don't even care if we lose, truthfully. Like I care if we lose. I care if your times are slower. I expect your times to be slower tomorrow because of that work you just put in today, right? Sometimes our schedule doesn't allow for us to stick to the script that we want to be on. Like Monday's supposed to be your hard days. Yeah, you got a track meet tomorrow, but that track meet tomorrow is not a definition of what you really are. All right, we're gonna let you rest on Wednesday, and we're gonna go hard on Thursday. So tomorrow, Tuesday, hey, it's like a casualty of war. The war that you put in today, that work you put in today, tomorrow might be your casualty if you don't run as fast as you expect to be running. But come Thursday, you're gonna be floating.
You heard him?
Yeah.
Sound effects.
The sound effects. Mr. Jones, how your week been, man?
Man, it's been great. I've been unemployed since Friday. It's beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, another unemployed black man, another statistic.
But you've been self-employed though, right? Since Friday. Too.
That's the way to look at it, yeah.
Glass half full.
I quit joking. So basically, I quit my job to take on a new job, bigger bag, working from home, and looking forward to it. So,
Bigger bag.
yeah,
Full time from home was like what?
full time from home, and then probably traveling 6 times a year.
Damn.
How long?
So you went to quit school and get
How
money?
long are the
Yeah, that's
travels?
No more than a week at a time. Couple times a year to the corporate office, couple times a year to my division office, and then there's another office that I got to go to.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna ask you afterwards what it is, cause shoot,
Get out my head.
Yeah, you know we can't.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Me too. I'm gonna quit my job.
I heard work from home, and I was like,
I heard
need
travel
that.
6 times a year.
yeah.
I heard bigger bag.
Did you put in 2 weeks notice?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
Professional.
so
I didn't.
you know what? Forget it. I'll just kind of talk through it, but I won't say the name of where I'm going. So I work professionally in HR. I've been doing that now for about 15 years, and it got to a point with my last job where, man, I just didn't feel respected and appreciated. Bag was smaller than I wanted it to be, so put the bat signal out there to my network. Got somebody that said, "Hey, I got something over here." Interviewed, gave them a number. They met my number, and here we are.
That's what's up, man.
Walk through the door with the commanded price. I like that.
Leverage, baby. That's what it's all about.
That's what's up.
How about you, dog? How you been?
I've been chilling. I've been off for 4 days. I go back in the morning.
You gonna be
I'm
tired?
not
as a
looking
motherfucker.
forward to it. But it is what it is, man.
I feel it.
It is what it is.
How about you, Sway Giuliani?
I've been cool. I'm trying to think, what did I do this week since last week? Really nothing. Easter happened. I stayed in the house. First time in like forever that I ain't go to church on Easter Sunday.
You go to church? Hey, like the older you get, Easter get trash.
I'm gonna say that.
Like,
And it's great. Like we just did. We got my daughter dressed up just to sit around the house. Like,
see, that's what we do around. Like, look, the church I used to go to, that Marcus still go to, right? They go live on Sunday.
You're disrespectful.
And listen, on Easter Sunday, that church used to be packed.
Used to be back. Okay.
Man, listen to me.
They used to have his Easter speech ready.
It was empty, boy. Like,
Damn.
what they say, you could hear mouse pissing on cotton.
and you know what it is though? Like, I ain't been to church in so long. I ain't gonna lie. Like, unless it was like a funeral. And I used to go to church all the time, and then like maybe like a couple weeks ago, I was telling my fiance, like, man, we should start going to church more often. And then Easter Sunday rolled around. I was like, nah, we ain't going to church because I don't want to be one of the people that just pop up on Easter Sunday. So
I remember, church is for the Lord. It's not for the other people in the congregation.
still though, they go like, this nigga only came because it's Easter.
CEO, baby. Church was it
Christmas,
Easter?
Easter. Man, oh man. So
I ain't been to church in like 4 years.
Easter egg hunt. Anybody participate in that?
No, I had to work, but my kids went. My kids went to 2.
No. All I did was cook. That's it.
I barbecued a couple days before Easter.
Did I get a text? Oh,
No. That was for Bree.
Yeah.
It's Bree's birthday coming up this weekend, so I did something a little early for her before the rest of the festivities. On whatchamacallit. So you know.
I went to a good concert, man. I went to
Play a sticky.
that would have been actually last time I was on stage, man, was a Player Sticky, probably about 6 months ago. Probably about 5-6 months ago. Felt good being on stage with him.
I feel it.
What, you went to that Ashanti joint?
Nah, I went to that was with
I seen the one you was at on Instagram.
El Varner.
she
She killed that.
I feel left out. I heard all the eyes and oohs. Not to be put up on game.
Yeah, is it?
She cold?
Cold in person.
Send me.
She sang the song. Oh, y'all know the song. Refill. Can you get a refill?
Her?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like right here, like this is our table. Like that's the stage, like right there. Like our table touched the stage.
You got a little sweat on you?
Man, I thought she felt like she blew me a kiss.
You ain't took a bath since
She was
then.
giving me a lot of eye contact.
You ain't took a bath since then.
Nah, she's giving me a lot of eye contact, man.
Should have shot your shot, man. You was scared.
Miss Harry shot you on tape.
I already told my
100%
girl, like, if
too.
we ever go to somebody famous and we that close, I'm shooting my shot.
You told Crystal that?
Yeah.
What she said?
She just looked at me crazy.
So that means no.
Oh yeah. So before we go any further, definitely want to give a rest in peace to the infamous, legendary DJ K Slay. You had something you wanted to implement, Jew?
Oh, we gonna have to play it one time for the one time DJ K Slay. Oh, you know I had to load it up real quick. Hold up.
This thing on down.
Hold up.
Warning. The Drama King is in the building. The Drama King is in the building. Warning. The Drama King is in the building. The Drama King is in the building.
It seems like I know K Slay, right? But I get the two of them kind of mixed up. It's DJ K Slay and there's another DJ from New York.
Flex.
Funk
DJ
Master
Clue.
Flex.
Yeah,
Funk
look.
Master Flex.
There's a lot of.
Funk Master Flex. I get Slay and Funk Master Flex often.
I don't know how you do that.
Something crazy I could say, but I'm not gonna say that. Rest in peace, K Slay.
Yeah, DJ K Slay,
Flex still here.
infamous street DJ. What I learned today is he is actually like a real like great graffiti artist. That's something I didn't know. So apparently since like he was like 12 or something, he been like legendary in the New York streets with that shit. So
That's what's up. That's one of the elemental aspects of hip hop. So it makes sense. Yeah, I know my hip hop.
Hey, what was it?
Breaking,
You got b-boying.
breaking, graffiti, MCing, and what's the other one? And DJ,
yeah, R.I.P. to him and say he passed away from COVID. So
Oh, from COVID? Oh, wow, I'm looking at
I didn't even know COVID was still around.
I swear to God, I ain't heard nobody
it's
say they had
still around.
COVID since January.
So, yeah, it's still out there. So, y'all do what y'all can to stay healthy.
So what would you gentlemen like to start? Don't be scared.
I'm not scared at all.
You know what? Since Darren here, we can do a recap of two topics from last week. I know you wanted to get off the the whole Twitter.
Oh yeah, because it was like it stage. Like I said, like Illmatic just trash.
No, let's go ahead and start right
You
there.
gotta-
Matter of fact,
you
yeah,
gotta relax.
no. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, can I ask that? Like, what do you mean it's trash? Like, I need a detailed explanation as to what you mean by it's trash.
It doesn't move me.
Well, that's different than trash.
How are you trying to be moved?
I didn't listen to it and felt like, yo, play that back. I didn't feel that at all when I listened to it.
Not even on halftime.
Nah,
Not even on. It ain't hard to tell.
nah. I just couldn't get. I just couldn't get with it. It's
you
just
jiggy
I don't
with
know
that
what
shit?
it's about. I couldn't get with it.
But
On the island wilding, Uzi in my jacket lining, like that didn't move you like that.
No,
you don't like Nas either.
and that's the thing. I like Nas. I think Nas is dope. Like he cool. I like Nas, but
But Illmatic, so it doesn't move you.
yeah,
So
like
that's different than trash.
I don't know. It's
Word,
trash.
word, word. Wow. So how many out of 5 mics? How many mics would you give it? Paul.
A half a mic.
That's from him. All you need is one. Shit, if he goes on.
Life's a bitch, man. With AZ, it's still gonna one.
We gonna give him one. The best thing that came from Illmatic
It was over.
was over.
You made it a hot song. You made it a hot line.
I made it a hot song. That's the best thing. Illuminati. What he say? He said something that I was like, all right, nah, shut up.
So who's your goat then? Let me ask that. Who's your goat?
Nah, it's gonna sound crazy, but don't Jay-Z. But
Why would that
it-
sound crazy?
I mean, like, cause they be like, oh, this nigga don't like Nas, so he must like Jay-Z. Nah, it's just I like them both. I just don't like Illmatic.
So what's your favorite Nas album?
It'll be Stillmatic, cause that was like that was a good album. I like that. Like I think like Rewind is like one of the best rap songs I heard. Cause I was like, damn, it's cold. When I first heard it, like when it came out, I was like, damn, it's cold.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that.
And that made me start liking Nas. That what made me go listen to Nas. And then I went to Illmatic and was like, yeah, I'm glad I hear this first. But it is what it is.
Tell me a classic album. What's a classic album to you?
Oh, The Chronic's a classic album.
You consider the Chronic? You consider the Chronic
Don't
classic
do
album?
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What?
Little ghetto boy.
No, because it felt like you was finna shit on the Chronic.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I feel like what you asked him is, do he feel like the Chronic is a classic album because that's how he feel, because that's what the people say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like that because I like that album. Like, it was a really good put together album.
Let's listen up. Right. Majority of classic albums are like movies because they have skits in them and transitions. So I want you to name a classic album, and I guarantee they have transitions and skits.
You know that's true because I told you I got fucking Word of Mouth is one of my favorite top 10 albums all time, and they got good skits in it.
Oh, yeah.
The shit with Phase on Love, matter of fact.
I had like a little
Get
talking.
Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah, I say Get Rich or Die Trying did have something. in there.
It's in my
Fuck
top
down,
10.
play that shit.
Get Rich or Die Trying is a classic.
That's classic to me.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
So is this where I do my takes that get me canceled?
Yep.
It's
Go
not
ahead.
a classic.
No.
Elaborate.
What?
Massacre is a way better album. than
Woo!
Get Rich or Die
You
Trying.
go on that ledge by yourself.
You know what? I used
I'll
to
say
say
that.
that. I used to say that. But it was a couple songs on the massacre I skipped, so that's why.
I skipped the whole massacre.
Oh, you tripping. If you skip the whole basket, that's worse than my dynasty.
Like, so I'll say this. Like, I think that everything that happened around Get Rich or Die Trying is what makes people feel like it's a classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the whole rise of 50 against Ja, the stabbing incident, all the stuff that happened to get him there. And then eventually with the the In the Club record, and like there's records on there that live forever.
Not many.
But the album itself is not a great album.
No, that album has very low replay value. You got like 3 songs on there. The song with him and M In the Club and
Mini Man.
That's it.
Wankster.
I ain't playing Wankster.
I'll play that now. I get Wankster.
I ain't gonna lie. I might have never played Wankster in my life.
What about you? 21 Question.
I mean, if it come on, I ain't gonna cut it off. But I ain't playing it.
PIMP.
Okay, yeah, I give you that. So 4. For me, it's 4 songs.
I think that's what probably be making me give albums classic. Like, it got like hits,
Yeah.
and then like songs that like, all right, that's a hit too, but it ain't like a real mainstream song. Like a Mini Man ain't really a mainstream song, even though like everybody love that song.
Start off with a skit too. That song did.
I just don't think that album aged well though. Like it's a lot of 50 music did not age well. Like it was good for the time. Like think about it. Like outside of In the Club and maybe 21 Questions. What big 50 solo hit outside of those 2 has great replay value today?
1,
Candy
2,
Shop.
3.
No, absolutely not.
You can play Candy Shop today.
It's off the massacre. They play that all the time. Like if you go to any arena, they playing that
Yeah,
song.
In the club. Like that's not the name. I'm talking about when we in the club. Yeah.
So
Yeah, like 50. A lot of 50 music don't have great replay value. It don't. He got a lot of great posse cuts and shit, but as far as just like, what mood do you got to be in to play 50?
You don't even know you.
gotta
man.
be a
How
real
I feel
nigga to play
be a
50,
hater.
dog.
Now I know exactly how I feel to be a Laker.
I ain't.
I was trying to come up with something, but you hit it on the head. Like, yeah, you got to be in that real nigga mode.
Basically,
You can't be with your lady and playing no 50 Cent. Like that's not going. You scaring the hoes when you do that.
I mean, he ain't lying.
This
Shit.
nigga crazy. You better show somebody.
Am I wrong though?
Are you married?
Huh?
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm related to a person by marriage. That is correct.
But yeah, like nah, fam.
I like this dude.
You don't know where that's from, do you?
No, I don't.
I forgot what TV show is that from?
What?
Because they just said it on the show. I was watching it. Damn, what show was I watching? It was like a
I
week
got
ago.
off a podcast actually.
They got it from the show. No, that shit funny as hell. But yeah, like it's 50 cool. It just
yeah. But then again, 50 Cent one of my favorite artists though.
yeah. So you biased.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit
That's
biased
okay.
on a lot of shit with 50. So
I used to be like that with Nas until he dropped Street Disciples, and that nigga owed me $20 for that. But that shit was awful.
He said, "My nigga want
That shit was awful, man.
what was old Street Disciples?
It don't matter."
Moment of Silence.
silence.
That shit was
American
cold, though.
Way.
What happened to Quan?
Yeah, he fell off right after that. That
That
was
shit
it.
was. He killed Nas on that too.
Yeah, he did.
Same thing happened to Prince.
Whoa.
Prince who?
No, he knows. And look, when Trav hit us, he gonna crack.
He
up.
go crack up, man. Shout out my boy Prentice.
Ain't seen him since.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I wanted to get your take on a subject that we touched on last week. How do you feel about the whole Channing Crowder, Russell Wilson, Sierra Future fiasco?
He's right.
Who? Channing Crowder?
Yeah, he's right.
Elaborate.
So he said that Sierra would not have gotten with Russell Wilson if he wasn't rich, right?
Yeah, basically. He said you don't go from Future to Russell Wilson.
So
he also said that if he wasn't rich, she wouldn't fuck with him.
That's weird, but
No,
continue.
that's true. I agree with that. And so the reason I say I agree with that is because if you're not rich, chances are you're not going to be in the same room with Sierra. You've been in this room with Sierra?
No, I haven't.
And you're not rich, right?
No, but I've been.
And that's not a shot.
No, I feel you, but I feel like we all, to some aspect, been in a room with celebrities. So really, all it takes is just an encounter. So it's like
It takes an encounter.
yeah, like it's once you got the opportunity, the rest is left up to fate, and you shooting your shot, or y'all making eye contact and some shit like that.
Man, Sierra don't want none of us. No offense. No offense. No offense.
Is that a bad thing though? Because the way we speaking about it as if like that's a negative, and I feel like she's catching a lot of strays from that comment and from like just like this whole conversation that have been broached since the inception of their relationship, and I want to know really what's wrong with that.
I get what they saying when they say like how he just broke it down. Like if he wasn't rich, like she wouldn't know him. Like chances of her knowing him are like very slim. But I think of it like, all right, say it was not that situation where it was like, all right, they both on the same, they both not famous. She probably would. Like I agree that she probably would date Russell Wilson after leaving a nigga like Future.
I mean,
Because that's what happens. That's really what you're supposed to do. Like you really, like a nigga like Future's a Rolling Stone.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Her dating Russell was stepping on her comfort zone.
or vice versa. Like whatchamacallit brought up on the pod. Like we don't know if Future was the outlier, and she date the majority Russell Wilson types.
No, it was 50 Cent. It was Bow Wow.
Okay, so no,
She
so
dated a bunch of cornballs, man.
so to pull a line from you and Rich, without saying the woman's name, who's also a celebrity, we know 3 or 4 dudes that she's actually been in a relationship with. You can't build a strong case off of a woman or a man's history off of a couple partners that you know they had.
So that was a long time ago. It's called growth.
True.
So I don't think the same way I did today that I did back then.
So you think
I'm
you
going off
can?
of what we know now. So from what we know now.
So you'll take the small sample size of what we know, excluding their personal life.
For me to form my opinion, or for us to have this conversation, that's all we can do is go off that small sample size that we do have.
We got the South Side, North Side debate right here. Sox versus the Cubs.
Who a Cubs fan?
You rocking?
You can't read.
Wow, that's crazy.
The socks.
Cubs, White Sox with Cubs colors.
That's not, no.
Well,
It was our colors first.
You do
Oh, he
realize.
just-
You do realize Cubs
optical illusion on
colors
me.
Cubs colors are navy blue,
What are Cubs colors?
royal blue, white and red.
Royal blue, white, and red.
This is navy blue.
Oh, that's navy blue. Okay.
They're like Central shirt.
You know, at first I didn't know what it was until I saw the side label and I see the socks there. That's how I know.
No, he's a man of taste, so that's why we get along.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
but
real
with
quick, Drew, let me hop on that. So I think what happened with the whole Russell Future thing is that people did a lot of projection.
Thank
Hey,
you.
And so we have this belief or this philosophy that there's only 2 types of guys. It's a Future type dude who's like toxic and gets all the women, and then you got and some people call him Chad, right? And then you got the regular average dude who in this case they're using Russell Wilson as a proxy. And so people either see themselves as a Future or they see themselves as a Russell Wilson, and they have made this binary. They made it like a binary argument of you can only have either or.
Talk your shit.
What Michael Ealy at in that?
He throw kids out the window.
He's probably a little bit closer to Russell Wilson. Like in that narrow thought of it being a binary thing, it's either this or that. When in reality, Future's also a cornball. That dude used to be called Meathead when he first started rapping.
He did was called me.
No, back off your hero now.
No.
No.
Let's get it straight.
I never rapping under the name Meathead is a cornball.
I never said that the opposite of corny though was. I never said the opposite of corny was cool. I told Murray this early. Like it's more people that's in between than not.
I agree.
I said that though.
No, I agree with that sentiment. Your overall sentiment though, and Channing Crowder's is as far as you don't go from this to that. That's not true.
No, I never said that. I just told you. I just said that that's okay to do. Like most people do that. I just said that.
I'm just saying, like I don't like the sentiment because who are we to make that? You know what's crazy? Let's take the inverse of that. Let's say she dates the same ain't shit nigga after ain't shit nigga after ain't shit nigga. You and I, because we talk about this all the time, we would be nailing her to the cross. Like, not figuratively. I mean, physically, but figuratively. Like, because you ain't learned from your mistake.
That boy good.
Right after this, too, man.
Like for real. Like, it's because of like how many times you got to get your heart broke or be in a bad situation due to the same ain't shit type niggas.
Maybe
like,
this one gonna be different.
Or maybe doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Like, she literally switched up the whole shit and got in a situation that was not just beneficial to her, but beneficial to the kids she had and the future children that I got bars. The future children that she wanted to bring into the fucking world and shit. Like, this is crazy, but she don't get no credit for that. And I feel like every time we talk about it, like we throw like side shit at her.
So what you fail to realize is Russell Wilson was a cornball before. Niggas called him corny before they got together. And him and her don't got nothing to do with him being corny, bro.
I don't think nobody spoke about Russell Wilson in that fashion before Sierra came into the picture.
People never spoke about him in reverse either like that before he got.
Right. We accepted him for who he was and we left it alone.
People called him corny. Like Richard Sherman called him Kermit. Called him Corny. Damn, I can't get the fucking word out.
So you spell shit right.
Corny, well, long before that, but I think Russell is catching the strays in this topic.
They both are.
No, they really aiming at Sierra. Like, it's always all Sierra. Sierra left this dude. Russell just happened to be there. Like, if it was anybody else, I don't think it would. He just happened to be there. He just happened to be the. Like, if she didn't marry somebody or that they consider corny, they wouldn't really say that. They only do it because people don't like when. Like, it's wrong. Like how you just talked about. Like, if she was dating bad guy after bad guy, we would talk about her. But then when she switched to the good guy, it's still people who talk about her, which is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So boom. Let me give y'all, not you, but the rest of y'all, a little insight. When I woke up this morning from getting off of work, well, this afternoon, I had 206 missed text messages. Him, Trav, and Scorn had a full debate about our last pod in a group chat. So I woke up, they was flaming Jew ass because what they said, which is what I said on the last pod, was right. Y'all hemmed and hawed and tiptoed around my question the whole entire time. So I'll pose it again. What is the not you, these two. What is the definition of corny?
Can I answer that?
Sure.
Me and the homegirls had this conversation on Snapchat today.
I see you a baddie.
No. So look, corny it varies. It's not one solid definition to say just what corny is. Today corny can mean this, tomorrow can mean this, last week it meant this.
I agree.
So how do you agree and you want to know what the definition? Like, there's no set on definition of what corny is.
No,
what's your definition today?
No.
Jesus.
Hold on. No.
Russell Wilson.
No, I agree because what I said on the last pod was corny and or dope always transitions every 5 to 10 years depending on what era and where you at and who thinks what. I told you it's a following thing. So it's you. So again, the question that I posed was who is really dope or cool and who's corny, and the answer should be nobody.
No, the answer is whoever you feel like is. Whoever I feel like is corny, you don't got to agree with it. Whoever you feel dope, I don't got to agree with it.
True, but okay. So I guess the question I'm asking now is, why do you feel like they're corny?
Why do you feel like they dope?
No. Don't answer my question with a question. Because I can tell you why I feel like they dope.
Who we talking about?
Let's just say Tom. Person A. Tom. I think
he believes Tom is corny.
and I think Tom is cool because Tom is cool because Tom is comfortable in his own skin. No matter what his walk of life is, his sexual preference, his job, his hobbies, his style, Tom can walk in any room and be comfortable in his own skin. That's why Tom is cool. Why do you think Tom is corny?
So I'm gonna use Russell Wilson because that's what we talking
Okay,
about.
cool.
I was talking about time.
I don't know Tom.
Okay, cool. Why do you think Russell Wilson is
Tom
corny?
Brady. When you said
Tom Brady,
my bad.
Tom Brady, yeah, Tom Brady. We ain't finna do that with him. We don't play with him. Honestly, like it's the whole. You take our culture, the hip hop culture, if you here, you cool. But if you like Russell Wilson, you consider a cornball. Like that. It's been like that since forever.
So it's
It's not a follow.
It is because you said the culture, and the culture is based. Excuse me. The culture is comprised of people that all, for the most part, buy into the same lifestyle. So if like put like this, if we all drinking, let's say pure, and somebody come to the table with a Tropicana or something other different than that, everybody drinking pure gonna look at you crazy because you're doing something different than the norm, or what's readily acceptable to the masses.
That ain't true
agree with
because
that.
I did that the other week and then nobody say a fucking ass thing. So
About what?
about I had a drink from the smoke shop I bought in.
I was upset when somebody put another drink right
Yeah,
here.
it was Gatorade. It was me. He had a lot to say about it. He had a lot to say. He did. I had that low calorie glacier freeze. Like look, all I'm saying is.
But-
go ahead.
I believe when you do something that's different from the norm, like even using the Urkel as an example, if we come in with our pants sagging and it's 1999, and you come in and your pants is flooding and it's 1999, you're going to be considered corny. Like, why are you flooding, dude?
Because you're doing something that's
them pants
opposed
up,
to the masses.
But like the word followers, I'm taking that in a negative way.
You should, because it
But-
has a negative connotation.
So are you a follower?
To a degree, yes.
So
Yeah, you weren't expecting that answer.
I
Yes.
don't understand.
Because like I told you years ago, because everything is borrowed, we all are influenced by something or someone at a certain capacity. The difference is if your whole life is based around what's hot at the moment, you are nothing but a follower because you haven't identified any little bit of individuality for yourself.
So to be influenced is to be a follower.
To a degree, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I think I said last week that I don't like being a follower is not always negative.
No, it's not.
You gotta be a follower in order to lead. And I talked about it last week. Like we just talked about clothes that flood. Like, all right, if I started sagging right now and I'm showing my ass in public, people go clown me. And they gonna call me lame and corny, but if I'm being true to myself, am I still not lame? Because it is lame to sag your pants. Period. It was lame back then.
I mean, unless you're in a group of niggas that sag their pants.
It was lame back then, man. Pull your pants up,
That's you, bro. That's
I'm about to say, what time period we talking about?
man. You could wear baggy pants. You ain't got to sag though.
No,
Bro, sometimes
sagging was a style.
was a
in
style.
the early 90s.
Fashion
And you can't
draws.
act like
Then I wouldn't have been in that. Then that's probably why they called me lame because I always wear my pants.
I mean, you grew up in a generation where buying your pants and just buying them a little baggier became a thing. Like you ain't you weren't outside in '93 when buying, like, you wore a 32, but you was buying a 40 or a 38, and sagging them at the same time with hooping shorts and all that.
Bro, in 2001, you was wearing baggy clothes. Look at your pictures from 2001. Everybody had on big clothes.
And the
In
baggy
2000.
clothes from 2000 ain't the baggy clothes from the 90s.
I was wearing like 2X's.
It's not. It's not because clothes at that time clothes they were starting to transition into the slimmer fit. Like from the early 2000s. By the time we got to 2010, matter of fact,
I'm talking about from 90s to 2001. It was all baggy, big clothes, but you ain't have to sag.
And every year, clothes started getting a little smaller.
Smaller and smaller.
Man, you can't tell me clothes in 1991 was bigger than they was in 2000.
Absolutely, you can. You go back to the videos in the early 90s to the videos in the.
No.
You crazy as fuck.
No, we sagged in the 90s, but then once 2000 came, that's when the clothes got really big. Like you could sag in the 90s, but you would still like wear like a normal shirt.
No, that's
Normal
not true.
shirt,
Look at Chris
okay.
Cross. Look at TLC. In the
Well,
early
they was
90s.
also wearing like backwards pants.
Backwards,
too.
too.
But their clothes was big as shit though.
But
But
like
that wasn't the prevailing thing, because even at that point, you would still like have like a camouflage or a denim or something like that.
The picture they posted in the butcher block.
What picture?
With Joe now when they was in high school.
I ain't see it.
Their clothes was big as shit.
And what year was that?
I don't know.
I feel like 02 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm about to say
big jerseys came
graduated.
around with
Yeah.
the
Yeah, and then you had the tall
the
tees.
miscellaneous.
You had the tall
Oh,
tees.
yeah.
Fabulous, like
yeah.
06.
Yeah, no, that was
my white
no,
tee?
that was, yeah, it was like 05.
in my white
They
tee.
doing the snap
Come on.
dance
Yeah.
with the 5
Yeah,
shirts.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't want to stay on this too long. I wanted to see how you felt about it. Like, it just, to me, that was weird.
But
Go ahead.
I think you started off the Channing Crowder thing, right?
Yeah.
See, what's happening to him was the what they call it, the kettle calling the pot black.
Yeah, exactly.
See, we didn't know this at first until
Goofy ass.
people started doing their history on him and pulling up like high school pictures and college pictures.
Goofy ass boy.
And bruh, you was dressing like, you know what I'm saying? Like
And
where's
you're not even from
Waldo?
the hood. Like, your father was an NFL player. Like,
You can still be a little ghetto.
we not doing
Together
that.
when there's someone.
We not doing that. We
Why?
not. We not. Because if we're really gonna do that, unless you were living in the hood while your father was in the NFL, which you weren't, then that's the only credit you'll have as far as to call somebody from that aspect and that perspective a cornball brother or corny, or you wouldn't go from Future. So like, fam, like you lived in the lap of luxury your whole life. Like, your father was a NFL player, and you went on to follow his.
What that guy like now though? Like, he's a grown ass man now. Y'all judging this man
And
off a
you
picture
didn't
from high school.
and you didn't moonwalk. You kept going down that path, and what it got you into further lap of luxury and your own money, your own millions, and all that other shit. And now you on a your second of two great podcasts and all that other shit. Like, at what point in your life did you spend your time in the trenches?
I don't know about
What
the trenches.
got to do with
What
it?
I'm telling is,
Can I ask a question?
Go
then?
ahead.
he should be self-aware. Bro.
So the artist formerly known as Meathead, right? His cousin is Rico Wade. Rico Wade has been rich since the mid '90s. You mean to tell me that Meathead wasn't getting no bread off of Rico?
We don't
I
know.
would give him more leeway than I would Channing Crowder, because that's a cousin compared to your father, who was involved in your life from the moment you, like, it was inception. Like, no, it's different.
Rico, the one who told him to do the melodic flow.
Oh,
He
well.
was in contact. Ain't no way in the world Rico Wade my cousin and I'm in the trenches.
Well, no, they did say that
There's
Future
plenty
came
of
out and said
ways
that he
in
don't
the
do a lot of
world
those
that-
drugs that he rap about. So
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna flip this on y'all real quick. So I think that we are looking at this completely wrong. I would argue that the cornball is actually Future, and the real nigga is Russell Wilson.
I agree with you
And
1000%.
you want to know how I know this? Russell Wilson is very media savvy. He's a smart dude. He likes to tout himself as the man from a small town called Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia ain't no damn small town. It used to be the capital of the Confederacy. It's the capital of Virginia right now. The governor sit there. That ain't no damn small town. So Russell be out here playing y'all like he's some cornball dude, but I think he got more
Pulls.
oomph to him than a Future.
So, is it possible for both of them niggas to be corny?
That
I think it's
what's
degrees
corny?
of corny though.
What is corny?
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you know
No,
corny
because
when you see it. though.
don't do that, because again, when I ask you what corny is, you'll give me a person. Give me the, not you.
We're brothers.
Give me the definition.
We're
Give me
happy.
what corny is, because I told you what I think corny
the
is. I told you
Marlon
what I think
Wayans
cool is.
theme song.
No. What's corny?
The Wayans brothers theme
Because
song.
Larry keep going back to corny. So what's
So-
corny?
I guess the way you carry yourself.
How should the person
Like-
carry themselves?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how a person should carry themselves, but like again, for the 50th time, Julius might agree with me. There's nothing wrong with being corny. We keep saying this. There's nothing wrong with being. There's nothing wrong with being corny.
Which
I
camera?
have to-
What's my camera?
I have to make sure that there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying it in a negative. Like, he corny, that's cool. Like,
Outside of this pod, when have you used corny in a positive connotation?
see, bro, you keep doing like.
No, because I don't want you to say something just for the pod. I want you to be honest, because I know you. So tell me when you use corny in a positive connotation outside of this pod. Exactly.
Can something not be negative
And
Yes.
not be positive.
and not be positive?
If that was the case, this conversation wouldn't exist.
We y'all only it only exist because y'all make it exist.
No, we lacking accountability now. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not doing it. You can play delusional all you want to. At the end of the day, if that was the case, this wouldn't be a running conversation for as long as it's been.
So I'm
Not
gonna flip
be
this on.
negative
What
and
is
not
corny
be
to you
positive.
then?
I think the only time a person is corny is when you are trying to pursue something that you know is not you from a lifestyle perspective.
Give me an example.
That's just fugazi. I don't think that's corny
I mean, well,
per se.
tomato. Corny, lame, like whatever synonyms you want to attach to it. Like I brought up last pod. I'm cool with people that the masses will perceive as corny just because they live their lives, and I'm cool with people that I look at them. I'm like, damn, like the way you live your life and from your character perspective, you are corny, but you have a quality that I do value in you. So you cool to me just from a friend perspective. I think the only time a person could be corny is if you just not true to yourself. That's the only time. Like, and I ain't gonna put the person's name out there, but there's basically like
no more bleeps on this episode.
Yeah, a lot. The reason that this is even a conversation because truth be told, the corny is attached like to in our culture we love toxicity. Like we praise, we value the negative shit. Like we love that hood mentality. We love the who got more money than this motherfucker, who flyer than this motherfucker, who fucking all the women or whatever the case may be, whatever your status symbol that could get you accepted by the masses. We push that no matter how toxic it is, and we shun anybody. My bad that doesn't appeal or buy into that mantra. They automatically become corny. And I was waiting for one of y'all to say it.
I would say this. People like to see a train wreck or like to see crazy stuff, but nobody likes to be around that shit. Like nobody.
That's not true neither. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Nobody don't want to go through no bullshit.
Stop.
Who wants to go through the bullshit?
Who's the most toxic person you know?
Marcus.
Okay, think of like celebrity or something like that. Most toxic celebrity you
Fuck
can
it, let's
think
keep
of.
it on brand. Let's say Future. Let's keep it on brand.
So to that point, to your
I
point,
wouldn't
Let's
say.
keep it real. Future ain't toxic, man. Them hoes know what was up.
What? See what I mean? See what I mean? Like we defend.
man, we got too many hoes on this, but we don't have to bleep that one.
We defend a lot of silly shit.
I ain't defending.
Wait, who is we though?
No, I'm saying from a general perspective, not specifically.
If you put yourself in that situation to be with a Future, that's on you.
Yeah, it's some accountability that comes in that for sure. But the thing about it is, the one thing that neither one of you two have mentioned this entire last two pods about this topic is the women that he's been involved with that he's fathered children by. No matter how much accountability they should take it into account for knowing that he hasn't supposedly done right by previous children, he isn't being the father to the children that he has with them either. And no, you can't overlook that because it matters.
Look, I'm a firm believer. If I won, you got me. 2, okay.
I agree.
3, now you just pushing it. Now you the dummy. You the dummy.
But that don't take the onus off you of having kids and you not doing.
But
right
we
by
already knew he wasn't shit before that. So
yes,
why are you still
so
indulging?
There is
in
accountability on their end. It's the mothers that choose.
But we know he ain't shit. We already know that. Let's stop talking about it. We
But
know that.
no,
What is up
no.
with you that you want to be baby mama number 7?
No, but don't know. But the thing
Nobody talks about that.
What money? That's
Then why you complaining when you knew he ain't take care of the other 6?
That has nothing to do with. Those are two totally different parallels. Two totally different.
Same
Yes,
thing with Corny and Cool.
no,
They don't
yes.
correlate.
At the end of the day, there's accountability that comes into play for getting with a man or a woman that has children and they're not doing right by him. There is still responsibility on that man and woman that's not doing right by their kids. So you can't you don't forget about one just because one has a history of doing the other. Like it's accountability on both platforms.
Man, but all right. So what we go say when he had baby mama number 10? Damn, Future, why you ain't taking your kids?
Yes.
Bitch, why you number 12?
No.
Why is there a woman out
Yes,
here? If the world already knows Future ain't shit, why you don't know?
Okay, tell me, I gotta push back on that. How do we know Future ain't shit?
Well, I don't know. According to Marcus, say his baby mamas be complaining, but I haven't heard that. And I'm a Future fan. I haven't heard it. It might have been 1 or 2.
Support from what I understand.
Yeah, so I
That's
don't.
not all that
I
comes
don't.
into raising kids.
I mean, that's all they want.
I understand that.
I
don't
honestly don't
understand.
believe they care about him taking care of the kids. As long as they get that child support, I think they cool.
That's what I'm saying. I don't ever hear this complaining about Future. People say Future ain't shit. People just don't like Future because what he raps about, which is okay. I understand.
I mean, no, you can't say that because a lot of rappers rap about worse shit than him. So if that's the case, we'd be nailing every rapper to the cross.
But it's always a poster child for the bad. Like Chief Keef ain't the only drill rapper, but he was the poster child for drill rap for a long time. Now it's like Lil Durk. It goes in waves. Soulja Boy was the poster child for trash rap at one point.
Don't do that to Soulja, man.
I know, but he was though. Let's keep it real. At one point, he was the poster child for trash rap.
What's was? Like 30 seconds ago.
Poster child no more. Now he's probably like
3 on the list. Number 3.
I don't know.
Number 2.
Yachty or somebody. I don't know. Future. I don't know.
Straight.
I mean, that's what it is. It's like that. Future is the poster child for ain't shit niggas.
I don't believe it.
All the beat. Oh, she for the streets.
Okay, so
that's Future.
Okay, so hold on.
All that Future. Lean dripping. If you talk about lean drinking, they ain't gonna say nobody like Pimp C. They gonna say Future.
I want to ask this question.
The young people, yes.
Yeah,
even niggas our age.
No. Even our age,
they gonna say Future. Niggas ain't doing nothing but popping purse like Future.
I want to ask.
Hella niggas.
I want to ask this question because I feel like we are being very unfair. Like I keep saying, in order for this to even be a conversation, it has to be some sort of reality somewhere in some part of this. So, if you saying that Future or you ain't heard or whatever, none of this, how do we come to the realization that either Future's cool or Russell's corny?
One's a rapper, man.
So all rappers are cool.
Well, you gonna get that cool moniker, man. You got some good music.
Like 6ix9ine.
Huh?
He cool to somebody. Like
somebody like him.
That's the thing, bro. That's what you getting so like fucked up at. Like
his music gets you hyped.
Like Vanilla Ice.
To
some people, he was cool.
That's fine.
Like Shady. And I'm specifically naming rappers that I know that he don't fuck with.
And some
cool.
you think he cool. You think he cool.
That's fine, bro.
Vanilla Ice made some good music, but he was kind of corny. He was
a corny rapper, but he was also like
made some good music.
Hey man,
he got 2 songs.
The one song, whenever it come on, it's classic.
Ninja rap. Go Ninja. Oh man, there you go. Somebody almost.
But really, I think that song's supposed to be like "Go nigga, go nigga."
I don't know. I never listened to him.
Man, I hope that wasn't the real rap.
Outside of Old Town Road, your man that you listen to, have you? Lil Nas X, Lil Nas X, cool.
I don't listen to
No. You used to. On the first season, you was screaming at Julius Old crib, like when he giving us the whole rundown of Lil Nas X shit.
Okay, so
don't do that.
I haven't listened to Lil Nas X in a long time.
What 6 months?
No, I'll tell you this. I don't listen to gay Lil Nas X songs.
He been gay. What are you talking about?
When Old Town Road came out, we didn't know that though.
Yes, we did.
No,
wait, who's we?
We didn't know that.
It came out.
No, it came out after. It came out way after.
It wasn't too long after.
It was way.
I'm not saying it was after, but I'm saying it wasn't too long after.
But it was after. Yeah.
So, but hold on. But when you was arguing Lil Nas X, he had been out.
Yeah, he was out, right?
And you was listening
right.
to him.
So, but the songs that I will rock, right? Our songs that I rock with, they don't have.
I'm confused.
A gender put on. There's not like that message. It's not a homo message in the song.
What's the homo message in Old Town Road?
And so I rock with Old Town Road because I don't hear the homo message in it. So I rock with that.
What homo message do he got in the songs? I don't listen to him, so I don't know.
His new songs where he's riding the devil. He's like giving the devil a lap dance. All right. I don't rock with that. All right.
Oh man.
Another one he might be like all naked guys. It was all naked guys.
No, because look, we got here because I don't rock with that. He said that rap is considered cool. So I started bringing up rappers that I know have had a history of not being popular in the culture to bring up what you said. So if rap is cool according to is and rap is the cool standard, by virtue of that, all rap should be cool. Right?
Cool. Right now, come on, man.
By what you said.
Before I get high.
Rap is the bar. Rap is the cool bar. So I'm a rapper, I'm above the bar, right? Or at least meet the bar.
Like the Before I Got High dude, his raps are corny, but they sound good.
So now rap isn't the bar. I'm you
missing the point. You missing the point. Cool, you dancing around it.
No, it's not a win. It's not a win.
Before I Got High, that's a corny rap song.
You say something.
So you're not going to get cool off of that.
You said, and then
you're going to get good music off of that.
You move the goalpost because you said rap is the cool bar.
He was a cool rapper.
According to Drake, rap and sports is synonymous, right? We want to be them, they want to be us. to quote Drake.
Come on, man.
Let me cut in, because you skated around what we've been saying.
I went directly to it.
You
Y'all
can
the
be
ones tap dancing.
corny and cool. Like he just said,
We killed you with that earlier. Not we, but you know who we is.
The How I Got High song is corny, but it's cool at the same time.
Why is it corny? Why is it corny?
It's a fucking corny song.
Why? Because you said, let him answer it. Why is it corny? Because you said it's corny. So why is it corny?
It's quirky.
What's quirky?
You know what quirky means?
I don't know what quirky is.
It's silly. It's a silly song.
Oh, like Humpty Dumpty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that corny?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a nursery rhyme.
No.
Humpty Dance.
Yes. It's a silly song.
But it was kind of fun.
In fact,
being goofy.
What's his Humpty is the silly dude out of Shock G.
Yeah, Shock G's alter ego.
This is you know what I'm saying? So he's a silly guy.
I want to go on record to say that the three of you niggas are full of the greatest amount of grade A shit.
I mean, we giving you
Question.
we give you examples.
Isn't that a cool?
Yes, and I told you a million times why. I'm
from the band originally, though, so I love
yes.
So he thinks Drake is corny.
Yes.
Drake is cool though.
To who? Who said Drake is cool? I didn't say Drake is cool.
Drake is both.
According to you, I think Drake is corny.
To the fucking world, like Drake is. Like
he's literally the #1 rapper in the
bro,
world.
but he's still corny, bro. Like, you keep doing this and looking all shocked and shit. Like we not saying you can be corny and you can be cool.
No.
At the same time.
I'm not doing that. I asked you specifically, and look, hold on. And every time I ask you, you give me a worldly definition. That's not telling me what Larry think.
Because, bro, it's not a definition of what corny is, bro. Like,
so how do you define somebody as corny?
Why is Drake corny to you?
Because he's still everybody's shit, and he's also another motherfucker that's not comfortable in his own fucking skin. That's why he's corny.
How is he not comfortable? He look mad comfortable to me in his $100 million house.
Question. If you walked in down in this basement and saw 4 guys having sex, would you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable?
No, I'm gonna go upstairs.
You're gonna go upstairs, right?
Now, that's
so you weren't comfortable in your skin.
No, I'm very. This ain't my setting. Sorry.
So you weren't comfortable in your skin.
So
we can feel uncomfortable.
Wait. So let me flip. Wait. No. Stay right there. So let me flip.
No. So were you corny at that moment?
No. Let me flip that for you.
Were you corny in the moment?
No. Let me flip that.
Were you corny?
No.
How was he corny, guy?
Let me flip that for you.
America.
You walk downstairs and there's 4 dudes having sex. You're comfortable?
No.
You leaving?
So am I corny? Yes, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
That's not my setting. They can do whatever they want to.
So, I'm comfortable. But me being uncomfortable, was I corny? And I answered the question. If you want to call me corny because I felt uncomfortable,
listen.
Then that can't be true.
Listen, a person's lifestyle is their lifestyle. We see that he do a lot of lame shit, and he do a lot of like just
using your uncomfortable
shit.
in your skin definition.
That's no.
See, Marcus be skating around the question yourself, man.
Not at all, because I'm the only one that answers shit directly. I don't give another person or another situation.
You didn't answer it. Was you uncomfortable yet?
Fam, like a gay person could be however they want to be. That's not my setting.
That wasn't the question. The question was if you saw, would you be uncomfortable?
I wouldn't go to a gay bar.
But you didn't know. You happened to walk down.
And then I'm going back up.
And these cameras on.
So let me ask you a question. Why would I stay? If I'm not gay.
Question.
No,
answer the question. So it was posed to you first.
Yes, yeah, according to him.
Right. Okay. So are you uncomfortable?
Immediately.
So are you corny?
If that's how you take that.
That's your definition of corny. It's being uncomfortable in your skin.
Fam.
What was your definition of corny?
Listen, when I say being uncomfortable in your own skin,
whoever
you around, you adopt their personality. You adopt how they view life.
Sometimes. Often.
Thank you. More likely than not. So when I say not comfortable in your own skin, that's what I mean. Like, if you was gay, man, you could still be cool.
But you see how you had to bring, like, communication? Like, at first you said what being corny was being not being comfortable in your skin.
I mean, because I thought it was understood. I thought it was understood.
How I feel like that's how I feel about corny. Like when motherfuckers say what corny is, I feel like.
But you don't say what it is. You bring up another person. You every time I say it, you bring up Russell Wilson.
And then you said the definition I gave you is a follower.
You didn't.
Didn't I give him a definition? I gave you a definition, bro.
And And when I brought that up before, you said no because that is a follower. Because you bring up the culture, you bring up hip hop, so you bring up stuff that's widely accepted by the masses.
That's cool.
So give me an individual perspective.
Wait up, I got this. So, is taking care of your kids widely accepted by the masses?
I believe it should be. I don't know if it is or not,
Okay.
but I definitely believe it should be.
Okay, man. I don't
Okay,
know,
what?
man.
I
I ain't never heard nobody say, man, don't take care of them kids.
Oh, so you never heard fuck them kids? Lie. Don't say shit. Lie.
Come on.
No, come on. Where we going?
You tripping, dog.
That's not.
Come on,
That's
bro.
not the same thing.
It's not. It's not. Okay, so where the fuck them kids come from?
It's a joke, bro.
Oh.
It's a running. The whole thing with the what's the
Jordan meme, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I give you that.
You know, it's like, man, fuck them kids. Like, let's go, like, get a beer or something. It's not like,
I got the kids at the house.
At
Yeah,
the
fuck them
house
kids. Like
for
that.
3 days while we go to Vegas.
Hey.
That's not this. No.
No.
That's not it.
Look, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, I don't think nobody that's really being themselves could ever be corny. Like, and if anybody says that, you got to tell me what cool is or what corny is. Then,
Bro, do you know what you gotta know to know if somebody is really being themselves? Like, who are you or who am I to say that this person is actually being themselves?
or corny or cool. Exactly.
And so to that point, and I just kind of put a bow on it with this one here. I think that the perception of cool and corny changes as you grow and mature. Like you think about a person like Ice-T. At one point, you know, Ice-T was like the most dangerous motherfucker on the planet. Mm-hmm. Cop killer and all of that. Like, you know, like the president talking shit about him, all of that. Now this dude is on one of the longest running TV shows ever playing a cop.
Mm-hmm. That's what Soulja Boy was mad about.
So, you know, you go from being like this cool outlaw type person, and now all of a sudden you on TV every week.
Solving mysteries.
Exactly.
Hey, Soulja Boy.
Looking corny.
Oh, man.
So Easy Money Jones, where'd the name come from?
So Easy is my nickname. I've had it since birth because I was born easily. I just kind of, you know, it's kind of fell out of it, you know. What? That's kind of rolled out the uterus. It worked. Shout out Deb, you know.
Debbie Lord.
Deb Lord, you already know. Yeah, so that's me. And then Money, I like making money. And then Jones is, you know, my surname.
Okay. I thought it was something more to it, you know what I'm saying? That was good. I thought it was going to be like you were an author or something. You said that was your pen name.
Nah, I write stuff.
You right?
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay. But you right.
Do a little rapping, you know. Of written contract language. I do a little bit of everything.
Spit that shit, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, contract, like contract.
Like, yeah, but bargaining, collective
No,
bargaining,
like
labor relations.
You from
all
press.
that.
Oh, so you was in late, like, so you in HR. So because when you was talking, so you said something like, man, I don't nobody for my job watch. You said you left because you felt like shit. You felt
I
like
didn't
you
feel
want
fully
to
appreciate.
How the fuck you think the people on the floor feel, man? Like,
Oh, I know how they felt.
okay.
I know how they felt. They're my guys.
You been dying to get that off.
Hey, bro.
Dad had talked to somebody from HR.
They're my guys, man. Like, so, like, the thing that made it hard for me to even leave that job was the fact that it was so many of us. Like, I'd never worked around that many black people before. And I loved it. I had a black boss. First time I ever worked for a black woman. And 60% of the place where I was us. And I loved it.
All right,
It was Wakanda.
I gotta chill now.
So that's why I stayed as long as I did in that one spot. But man, these kids, man, like I'm not gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna say fuck my kids, but man, they expensive as hell, man. Piano lessons, swim lessons, basketball.
Don't get me started.
Man, soccer.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. My kid was doing dance. We had to get up out of there. She thought it was playtime. You were supposed to be learning.
Y'all took out?
Yeah, we had to take out, man. She was just too. My kid's silly, man. She just too silly. Like she can do it, but if you let her get any leeway, she gonna take it. Give her in, she gonna take a mile, and that's what she was doing. So we were like, all right, we gonna put her back in when we feel she a little bit.
How's your daughter?
She 3, but she'll be 4 in July.
Oh, she a baby, man.
Yeah, but still, it was other kids that was like she was the ring
Same
leader.
age.
She was the ring leader, man. So, but when she did like actually do it, she could do it. But like I said, like if one teacher there, she just go let her get away. She go run with it. And I couldn't just keep spending $200 a month on that. So I'm like, yeah, let's come on.
Yeah, I was looking at my bank account. I think we paid $700 for my oldest to do like a film camp in Chicago.
That's what's up.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I'm like, I have to go to this new job because I can't afford this shit. God damn.
Man, don't get me started. I got 3 kids starting some new shit and one on the way.
Woo. I got a urologist that'll do your snip too, man.
Excuse me?
I said I have a urologist who'll do the snip.
Oh, no, I ain't got to worry about that. Bree getting her tubes burnt.
Nah, pimp, you still gotta.
I'm gonna wait till that.
They cut it out. Look like spaghetti. It's fine.
No, I'm cool.
I'm gonna wait till that peel get into rotation.
No, don't do that.
Don't do it.
You see what the pill does to the woman?
I don't know.
Dog.
Kill her?
Nah, man. Make you gain weight, mood change, and all that. Nah.
Shout out to Dominique Murray.
Oh no, I can't do the hair loss thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just get the snip.
No.
It's an hour. And they give you some nice little pills and all that.
I don't get that.
Yeah. What kind of pills they give you?
Norco?
Oh, okay.
We had this conversation though. Like, all right, man, we gonna try for one more. After that, we over
Are you
with.
trying to get a boy?
Yeah, I would like a boy.
You end up with 2 girls.
Yeah, I know. I already see it coming. I already see it coming.
Be like me. The third time I got the girl.
Hey, look,
I wouldn't
ain't
even
no
shoot for a
third
girl.
time. We done already talked about it. Ain't no third time.
I didn't even know I was shooting. I thought I was just in practice. Come to find out that the clock is starting to run.
Safety was off.
I thought I was just in the layup line. Shit. But no.
So 3, man, you go from man to man to zone. It's a wrap.
Thanks.
They own your ass after that.
And it's a total of 4 in my house.
So, Dwade, let's say if you did have a girl, right? And did your girl want to be a
Way to transition, man.
I like
girl
it. I
wants
like
to be your daughter?
Transition.
Whoa.
So, but it's still possible for a lot of.
Man.
It's still possible. You say you've been wanting a girl, but you only had 2 boys. One of them can be. Here come.
I don't like it.
How would you feel? How would you feel,
I
right?
don't like it.
How would you feel if you had a child by a woman, but then she gets with another man, and this other man is pushing your child, your daughter, to be gay?
First of all,
What?
he got to go.
See, wait, time out.
And that
Isn't that what's annihilate? Who's he married to? Gabrielle Union.
Hey, so look.
Gabrielle Union ain't got nothing to do with Zaya?
No.
My bad, my
Yeah,
bad, Gabrielle.
I don't necessarily disagree with that take though.
No, Gabrielle, no.
Why don't you think so?
Because when D-Wade first got to
Miami?
to the Bulls. No,
Bulls.
to the Bulls. When he got to the Bulls, like I said, a weekend, they was on Snapchat walking on the beach, and he just having a conversation with him, like, yeah, my son, like, he's so smart, but you could hear it in his, like, you could hear it in his voice that
That's very well could be the
that
case.
nigga's like,
It could be the case. Where did all of this over the last 3 to 5 years come from?
embrace, like, be yourself. Don't hide it. They, like, it's not, yeah, I want you to be gay. Like, if that's who you is, be yourself.
You 9. Be 9.
Bro, like, that's cool. Like, I don't want to say, like, man.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm
my
gonna jump
kid.
in. I'm gonna jump in and help you out real quick.
Dive
So
in.
to that point, children are who they are. People are who they are from the womb. And so I can remember looking at my kids when we was doing like the ultrasounds, and my oldest was always like a ball of energy, like doing all of this, contracting, like we couldn't even get his heartbeat because he kept moving so much. And when he came out, and even to now, still a busybody. He boy don't sit still at all. My middle child was very calm in utero, sucking his finger, just sucking the liquid or whatever, and then sucking his finger. And, he came out, he's a bit chill. And then my third kid, he like kept his butt to us the whole time we was trying to get like the gender on him.
Saying
And
kiss
it
his
took,
ass.
yeah, basically that mother, man, he ornery as hell. But he's still that same way. He kept that same energy. And so to that point, I know that there's, this whole talk of lifestyles and all that. I truly feel that whatever you are, it manifests itself. That's just who you are.
Boring. Like, you remember that comment?
I know, but that's kind of where he's leaning though. And so with that being said, then you bring up nature versus nurture. We can't act like nature doesn't play a part on child rearing your upbringing. You can, let's say we all subscribe to the fact that, not the fact, let's say we all subscribe to the theory or the notion that you can be born homosexual. Let's say we agree to that.
That you can.
That you can be. That you can CAN be born.
I subscribe to that.
Okay, let's say we all do. At what point though do you, I guess, water it and
As a parent.
as a parent, like and start to have those conversations and like, I don't want to say push, but let the child know, hey, I see you for who you are, whoever that may be. But in this case, of course, it's the homosexual or whatever. And you kind of just nurture them down that path. I don't want to say down because it sounds like I'm saying push, and I don't mean that. But just like, okay, like for who you are as an individual, I'm helping you become your best version of you. At what age do you do that?
At what age? Okay.
Because
Right now, how old is Zaya? Right now, how is
14.
Right now.
Well, this started with her, if we being politically correct, at 9.
And I went and did it at 9.
I agree, and that was been my whole issue from jump. Whether this child is hetero or homosexual, discussing that at that age, to me, is entirely too young. Let a child be a child, because like I said yesterday when the whole shit came out, it was certain shit that I still could. At 14, I couldn't do in front of my mother. I wasn't kissing no girls in front of my mother at 14 and all that other shit. And I understand that D-Wade didn't post that, like the picture of him, or her and her significant other. But it was just the fact, it's like, I wasn't letting my mama know that I was doing certain shit just because that's my mother. If you open up that door to this is going to sound messed up, but I don't mean it in that way. If you open up that door to let your child know that, hey, this is okay, I'm comfortable with you and with you doing this around me, you kind of giving credence to it. Mm-hmm. And you kind of giving a license. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
This is a family that's always in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I know. Well, I'm D-Wade. I know my daughter, son, is gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's noticeable.
Okay.
So we go out, cameras flashing. Damn, look at D-Wade gay ass. I'm like, what the fuck going on with D-Wade's son? So let it come out that way, or I'll bring it out to y'all.
Or there's a third option. Keep your child out the media.
How do you keep your child out the media? Like, no matter where I go, there's cameras, bro.
Oh, you mean like Denzel Washington kids? Because you know he got more than just John David Washington.
Shit, check this
out. And most people didn't know that was his son until he did Ballers. And plenty of other.
You buying your son clothes, right?
Yeah.
You ain't buying tank tops.
No, he is.
He was. Now he shouldn't have been doing that back then.
At 9, he was dressing like a girl.
Right. So at 9, bro, hey, you just went shopping for me. Okay, you can pay. We in the boys section. Let's shop. I'm not taking you to the girls section at 9 years old.
Exactly.
So let's shop.
And this is what I told. Well, I ain't gonna say no name, but this is what I told somebody earlier. What I'm noticing is, and this was my biggest. This is my biggest fear. A lot of people, the majority of people, parents included, don't know how to distinguish between discussing lifestyle and excluding sexuality. Most people combine them. So what you're seeing now with Zaya Wade at 14, you're seeing these PDAs. If consensus at the table, and it includes you. At 14, what was the level of PDA that you can display in front of your parents?
Holding a hand. Arm around the waist.
Definitely not arm around the waist in my house.
Well, just imagine if you had going to a dance.
Okay, yeah, I feel you.
Kiss on the cheek, maybe.
Maybe kiss on the cheek. I wasn't kissing on the lips at 14.
That's as far as I be going now, man.
I mean, you'll sneak.
You got a
where
kid.
She couldn't see it.
I don't be doing that shit in front of my mama, man.
No, for real. Even low key, you right. Because even now, when Bree mom be around, like it be like a quick peck. It don't be no wedding bells, kisses, and all that. Just because like it's still a level of that's your parent.
You as a parent, you got any daughters?
All boys.
Oh, boys. Okay.
So I'll tell y'all a story, and hopefully Mo later don't see this and kill me for it. So my oldest, I believe him to be a straight male, right? And so he came to us probably 2 years ago and said, "Hey, Dada, I want to dress like Princess Peach for Halloween." And I was like, "Okay, what makes you want to do that?" "I love Princess Peach. That's my favorite character in Mario." "Okay, cool." So we started looking. I'm like, "Okay, show me what the costume is." So he shows me the costume, and I'm like, "Okay, if that's really what you want to do, son, we'll do it. But I do want you to know something. When you go to school dressed as Princess Peach, there may be people that don't like that, and they may make fun of you. If you're okay with that, I will get this for you." And he got scared after that and said, "No, I'm good." So to that point, I wasn't going to, block him from doing it. If that's truly what he wanted to do, and he felt in his heart that he wanted to be Princess Peach, because in his mind, at that point, he's 7. He don't really know straight or anything like that. I can tell that I feel like he's straight from what I've seen from him so far. But again, that's just me outside looking in. But either way, it didn't matter what he was. He's a child. He sees a character. That's what he wants to dress like. Who am I to tell him he can't?
How'd you feel?
I was just like, I guess.
How'd you feel?
I was like,
See, no, we pause. Because what he's doing now is the shit that you always be mad at me for doing. He's searching for an answer. And I know the answer that you're searching for, and I ain't saying that you're wrong for doing it. But keep that same energy. No. You keep that same energy.
So look, time out.
No, I'm trying to get therapeutic.
Okay,
I got a homegirl with a kid.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people got it.
Yeah, whatever. So look, her daughter had a friend.
I remember this story.
And the little girl, it was a conversation had, and the little girl said, "What, you don't want your daughter talking to me because I'm a lesbian?"
Wait, how old is
Say it again.
Children.
Children.
The children.
Under
Child rent.
8. They're 8. 8.
Okay.
And like, that's what she said to me. I'm like, whoa.
So the little girl said to
the mama.
To the mama of the girl. That's wild. So it's girl, lesbian girl,
and the
girl, and then mama.
Yeah.
And you don't want me talking to your daughter because I'm a lesbian.
Yeah. Like,
and they're 8?
Yes.
Talking about what? What is
just being friends, and it was the issue was because the lesbian was calling like at times when she should have been in the bed on school night.
So that's a little bit different.
So no, that's what. So she was like, tell her stop calling your phone.
Yeah,
and that turned into a why because I'm a lesbian. And it's because you calling that.
You ain't got no etiquette. You ain't got no respect.
So you gotta respect my house.
Shit. It's like these kids know what the fuck. Like, believe it or not, man, you got some kids who know, and you got some kids who really don't know. Like,
right.
I heard one of my homegirls, her daughter said she asked her daughter was one of her friends a lesbian, and she said no, she gave out a zodiac sign. Like
she a Pisces.
This real shit. Like,
yeah,
these kids, like, you really got some kids who know, and you got some that don't. TikTok a motherfucker. I say that.
So
cartoons. Cartoons is the motherfucker.
Oh man,
you got a question.
Man, it's the disrespect of that girl for even trying to question the mom.
Thanks.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
thanks.
That's disrespect, and then the parents of that girl is allowing a little bit too much.
Yeah,
to go on. So hell no, I don't want you around my daughter. Stay the fuck away.
Damn, professor in the
harsh.
classroom. I mean,
I ain't necessarily in disagreement with him.
Yeah, that's kind of young to be saying that. Like, what grade you in when
But that's the thing though, and that's what comes with parenting though, and that's why I asked the question. Like, at what age was you all's parents allowing certain shit. Because I remember the talks, like the sexual talks. I remember when I was given condoms and everything like that. Like, we weren't doing none of that in elementary. And, growing up at EC, elementary is from kindergarten to 6th grade. Like,
y'all wasn't doing nothing in elementary.
No, I didn't say we weren't doing anything.
Oh, okay.
The conversation as far as sexual preferences and sexual activity and all that didn't happen until block.
Nah.
Well, with my mother. It was earlier than that with my
Are
dad.
you talking about what?
Yeah, no.
I thought you were just talking
No, I ain't talking about from a mass classroom perspective. I'm just talking about from in the home, because everything starts in the home. So, again, think about the first time you had a conversation about sex. It was probably from somebody who came to school probably more advanced than the rest of the kids, and it was a snowball effect. Niggas started lying, girls started lying, and all this other shit, and then boom, everybody in the class by 5th grade, 5th grade, doing this, doing that. Ain't nobody really probably did nothing yet, but somebody came to school with a little bit of information that they got from home or watching something they ain't had no business or whatever.
Spice Channel.
Or older relative, and it was a snowball effect. And then by 7th grade, everybody had a rap sheet. Everybody was experienced until they got in the room with somebody and they twiddling their thumbs. Ain't know what was going on.
Well, how much of that was due to your point, to peer pressure, and how much of that was just due to puberty kind of kicking in?
I think it was a combination of both. But I do think that there are parents out there that give way too much slack and leeway to their kids, not understanding that, ma'am, sir, this is still a child. And they are thinking 9 times out of 10 on that age range mindset. And then their everyday conversation is based around other kids around that same age. So they're not going to take this information that you're giving them or that you're giving them access to and going to take it back and have a fireside chat or a TED Talk with other mature individuals of your age. They're going to go talk to a bunch of other 12, 13, 14-year-olds that's at home watching 106 Park, Rocket Power, cartoons, and all this other shit, and probably got to be in bed by a certain time. Like, so you taking the information that you're not mature enough to really handle, and you just giving them shit and then sending them out into the world because it's cool in your house. Like, no, like it's.
Well, I would the only I don't even know if this is really pushback, but the only caveat I kind of add to that is that's why it's so important for us as parents to teach our kids about consent and good touch and bad touch. Like, we had those books in the house when my oldest was like 5. Like, they knew what parts, people could touch. Like, if somebody touched you on your shoulder, if somebody wants to give you a hug, they have to ask you. Somebody wants to give you a kiss, they have to ask you. You have the right to say no, even if it's me.
Right.
Like, they tell me no if they don't want to hug. That's cool. So, like, that's why you've got to arm your kids with that information so that somebody can't, swindle them, get them alone in the closet, nothing like that. And on top of that,
Slamming that book.
I believe it's Good Touch, Bad Touch. I have to pull it out of the closet.
I didn't know they had a book on it, but
Yeah, they got a book on that. They got a book on good picture, bad picture. Like, like if somebody's trying to show them porn, because that's my wife is definitely afraid of my kids going to camp and somebody pulling out their phone and showing them porn. She's definitely afraid of that right now.
I understand that because we tell my daughter that now because my daughter, like y'all saw when she came in, she run to the door, hi, what's up, everybody? So I always try to tell her, don't just be talking to anybody. Right. You ain't never seen him before, don't be talking to him. Stranger danger. I'm trying to instill that into her mind, but I'm going to look up that book because that'll be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I get home, well, actually, probably not tonight. I'm probably going to crash when I get back to the crib. I'll look tomorrow morning and send you the name of that book. Because, that was big time. Like, when my oldest was 5 and, let's see, the next one was like 4 and the next one was like 2. We're like, okay, where can people touch? What's a good touch? What's a bad touch? They knew. And they knew their body parts. And they knew that no one outside of their doctor or their parents could touch them in their, in their penis or their genitalia and all of that. And ain't nobody touching you. And if they touch you, you hit them or you run.
Right.
Shouts out to a good father right there, man. Just put us up on some game. Good touch, bad touch. Get that book. That book.
I'll say this to wrap this up before we move on to the last topic. I did a paper on this my junior year of college in my sociology class. And what a lot of these new ageisms and people who push for allowing kids to just be whatever and express whatever it's a downside to that. A lot of kids because there have been cases of kids that so-called wanted to become transgender as early as 3 and 4 years old. And because they had such innovative and progressive parents, they were before you asked.
They're a man and woman?
Yeah, there was that too. They went ahead and they allowed these children to start having procedures and taking hormone and or testosterone pills, so on and so forth. By the time these children had reached early adulthood, 17, 18, 19, 20, they were pissed off because they wanted to become or go back to what they were birthed as. And you have a lot of cases like that are disclosed because, or not given to the public because it gives the wrong mindset, because you're supposed to be so accepted of everything nowadays. There's a downside to that. Let a child and or adolescent be that child and or adolescent until they're at least 16, 17 years old. Because by 16, 17 years old, they have developed the real critical thinking skills. And I remember when I asked that question on Facebook, when did they stop critical thinking? Because when we was in elementary, we had those tests. Like all the kids that get signed up for it, but for like I guess the advanced kids or whatever, you got to take the critical thinking test just to show how advanced or whatever you really were. Mm-hmm. I think that those tests should be re-implemented in all primary schools because you get to see really where a kid is mentally and everything like that. I'm a proponent for let a child be a child. Mm-hmm. Like they got enough time to be an adult and make adult decisions. Because trust me, being a kid only lasts really for about 15 years. By the time you freshman, you thinking about college, socials, not social, but fucking armed services and the workforce and all that other shit. Like you got enough time to think about what you want to be from a sexual preference perspective and all that for the rest of your life. Just enjoy being a kid. Parents, let your kids be kids.
Ooh, I got one last funny story to put on that. Can I share it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my youngest is 5, going on like 50. And he went to my wife and he's like, Mama, when I grow up, I want to be a girl so I could have long hair. And so she's like, so you want to grow your hair out, right? Are you saying you want to grow your hair out? Or are you saying you want to be a girl? No, I want to grow my hair out. And so like he's got like long, so we let him grow it out so he's get braids and all that. So like to that point, I was like, what do you mean he wants to be a girl? But no, he just wanted to have long hair.
Just
how'd you feel?
You know how to express it.
I was like,
that's your man.
I was like, what is he talking? Like he wants to be. How does he know what a girl is? Like what is this? And I got that other part. I was like, oh, okay.
And that's the funny part. You got a lot of parents, before you ask to be them, that
the Christians.
Sure. They a wild bunch too.
Facts.
Wow. Ooh.
Bible boys. But yeah, like they'll take that first statement and they'll buy into it. And by the time this little boy that's now a little girl is 10 years old, I just want to rap. I just want to break. I just want some barrettes. I just want a long hair. I was cool with the penis. Pause, if applicable.
Yeah, so I mean, to that point, to your point, man, you just got to ask questions and stay in contact with your kids. Like that communication piece is so imperative to a healthy relationship with your kids, because sometimes your kids will say things and not realize what they're actually saying. Absolutely. That's why those follow-up questions are so crucial.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think we're done with that one, right?
Yeah. So to the last piece, this has been
nobody's getting canceled. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, we not for none of that. I'm out.
Just
fuck up out of here.
Hey, you can't cancel me, nigga. The fuck? Because I don't subscribe to y'all.
Oh wow!
Talk my shit.
Okay.
Talk.
Subscribe to Unfiltered University.
Do that.
Subscribe to Unfiltered University.
Dude, I'm not
everybody out there.
But share the video, comment, helps with the algorithm.
All of that. But yeah, so this has been like an ongoing thing, kind of like in whispers in the music industry and celebrities and all of that. For those who haven't seen it, Rory McFarrell, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast.
Farrell, not McFarrell.
My bad. Right. Rory Farrell, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast, now of Rory Mal, had some very poignant things to say about Trey Songz in a matter of fact fashion on their Patreon a week or two ago. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, just speaking a lot of, from his perspective, factual things about Trey Songz being a nasty dude, an aggressor, called him rapey, and all of that. All this was in the light of Trey Songz, what was it, being acquitted or found not guilty of some recent rape accusations and everything like that. So he was just basically, he took it upon himself to go on his platform and speak about Trey Songz in a not so flattering fashion. So I just wanted to get the consensus from the group. How do you all heard it? How did you feel about it?
So y'all want to go first because.
Oh yeah. This is a very touchy subject for you.
No, it's cool. I'm good. It's fucked up what Trey Songz did. I'm gonna touch on pause. Whoa, we'll touch on what Rory said
it's your business, man.
About being like Trey Songz getting knocked out because you said it's somebody that he know.
Yeah. The way he was talking, he was basically like he was talking like matter of fact.
So you know why the Duce Boys broke up?
No, I didn't. I never knew. I didn't even know.
Who are the Duce Boys?
Rory, this dude Chris Styles.
I do know. Because they talked about it on Joe Budden. Yeah.
What was that energy out for Chris Styles?
That's what I thought about too.
What was that energy out for Joe Budden?
It wasn't.
So
Hello, Chris Styles from B2K?
No, that's
Chris Stokes, man.
That's Chris Stokes, okay.
So like, I don't know. If you're gonna have that energy, you gotta have that energy at all, like with your peoples too.
Well,
if Trey Songz see you and beat your ass, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
And he might be right though.
Or he might. Hey, Joe Budden them they've been wrong every time something happened like with a case
With Tory,
they've been wrong as fuck.
Thanks.
So just
He mad over there. He don't like that because he on their side.
just let this shit happen first before you
Let it
crucify
play out.
niggas.
Let it play out.
I would just say, man, this is what like the third or fourth time it's been Trey Songz the accused. Man, it's kind of looking that way, man.
Oh. What you said about Future?
I don't know.
Are they really, or are they looking for? Is they looking for a bag?
I don't
Is
know.
it true?
Okay. No,
One or
talk.
two, I can understand. 3 or 4, like I don't.
I just said, man.
Hey,
Look, man, Trey Songz been accused of a lot of crazy stuff going back to what 2010.
Before that.
I was gonna say before
that.
Yeah, man. Hey. I don't know, man. Sometimes I be just going like, hey, if you raping bitch,
God damn.
Hey, bad enough to get raped. You gotta be.
if you doing that, man, you just
What you mean? Come on, man. Don't ever.
Wait. What you mean?
Huh? Tell me if you rape. How do you know that?
I mean, we don't.
Okay. I just wanted to know where you was going.
I'm saying we don't, but
And even to know where I'm going, like, what level of raunchy sex is too much of a level of raunchy sex?
man, whatever she say, no.
The moment any partner says no.
Okay,
so
now.
what if she say yeah, then she think about, damn, I got a boyfriend at home. No,
Then you stop.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
So if it's getting raunchy and you smacked her,
And she say, "Ow, don't do that."
don't do that.
That means don't do that.
Don't do that.
And then you didn't do it no more. But now she walks out with
She's gone now.
a black eye.
Hey,
I don't know how you have sex.
Whoa, wait. How did we get?
that's too rough.
We went all the way from just a light.
Okay, not even a black eye.
Slapped her.
A red mark on her face.
Well,
I mean, that's in the game.
I understand.
That's in the game.
That's in the game.
I understand.
A red mark in the game.
Yeah, I mean, because some people bruise easy. I
So now
understand.
she walks out. He slapped me. I didn't want him to slap me. But after she said no, he didn't slap her again.
Okay, I see the picture you paint.
Oh, that's like the Trevor Bauer thing, ain't it?
Elaborate, because I'm lost.
I don't know the whole story, but it was a woman that said that she had like rough sex with him and it got too rough for her liking. And I guess she got marks and all that. So now you just gotta talk about that stuff. If you're gonna be in that BDSM stuff, man, communication is so key. And if you're gonna be in that lifestyle, trust and communication are at the bedrock of that. I'm sorry, I got into that. I'm sorry.
Somebody made a
From
post.
what I read, I'm sorry. From what I read online.
Okay, so here's my issue. And I've called myself a fan of both pods. And I've been a fan of Roy to a degree. Probably since Larry put me onto the pod. He had been urging me to listen to Joe's pod for years. And I finally gave in like a couple years ago. And I came around probably around episode, probably like 390, some shit like that. They broke up since then, for those who don't know, formed their own pods and shit. What I noticed about Rory, though, is when Rory is married to a thought, he really dies on that hill. Here's my problem with what he did. And I'm not judging Trey Songz one way or another. If he's a nasty dude, I hope he gets his comeuppance. If he's a good dude, I hope he figures out a way to move and maneuver better so his name could stay out of headlines.
Everything on camera.
Yeah, get some NDAs, all of that shit. You spoke about him in such a way that it's like you're withholding evidence now. And it's one thing for you to have some information and keep it to yourself, but you spoke about him on a public platform, even if it's behind a paywall. You spoke about him on a public platform in a manner in which it's like, okay, you know he's a creep. You have evidence that he's a creep, but you're not really doing anything about it besides slandering him on social media. Same way I had a problem with old girl on New Year's Eve going to Twitter and calling Trey Songz a rapist, but didn't provide no context, didn't elaborate, didn't give any type of further information. You ran his name through the mud real quick, and then you logged off, or you didn't say shit else after that. Like, that's a problem for me, because we are in a era where you can be crucified in social media and in the court of public opinion before you ever step foot in the courtroom, and every backer that you got, every sponsor, every deal that you got can just leave you off the notion that you could be a creepy dude and or a woman or whatever. That's a problem for me. You literally control my livelihood in your hands. And for those, I don't want to get it twisted. If he's a nasty dude, he need to see his just due for that. But if you really, really feel that way, why don't you do the civilian thing, the legal thing, and go to court and help those who have been, since you was, because you remember, he spoke of, like, he said somebody that was close to him had, or people have had run-ins with Trey Songz and yada, yada, yada. Why don't you sit down with them, talk to them, urge them to take the legal route and everything like that? You didn't do that.
How you know he didn't, though?
I don't. But what I do know is you just went to social media and you slandered this man's name in a factual manner.
What if he don't like Trey Songz?
It ain't got nothing to do with like, because now we dealing with, like, because I can sue you.
Rory,
Put like this, I can sue you for defamation of character, and this is that can of worms that he opened. Now that's a double-edged sword though, because I was thinking about this earlier. If I'm Trey Songz and I know I'm innocent, Rory will be opening up his emails, his mailbox, or opening up his front door to a lawsuit this morning.
Right, and then,
or whenever I saw the clip, the next business morning, he's hearing from my lawyer.
should be probably a cease and desist letter.
Immediately. Same way with Cardi, and old girl that was on YouTube and shit. Like, Cardi won that lawsuit because now I keep telling people, just because you got a platform and some cameras and some mics does not give you the license to get behind this motherfucker and say whatever you want about somebody. There are consequences that come with this. You got 3 responsibilities. Number 1, to yourself. Number 2, to your platform. Number 3, to the people or agencies that you're talking about. We all get shit wrong sometimes. We all fuck up. But when you just speaking matter-of-factly about a person and or entity, you are responsible for what you say about them.
But if you don't like that person,
it ain't got nothing to do with like.
If you don't like that person, and I don't give a fuck about you because you did do some fucked up shit, why not hurt you?
Didn't tell it. Because if you just gonna insinuate shit, it don't make you no better.
He did say it. He just ain't give exact details.
So you didn't say shit. You didn't say shit.
He said a lot.
No, he didn't. He didn't say. He didn't
talking about it.
He didn't say nothing.
Said enough for us to be talking about it right now.
And you know, and I hate that. And I'm finna go a step further. And I'm gonna bring up a bigger situation. The whole Survivor and R. Kelly shit. You know why I hated that shit? Because R. Kelly got convicted of shit after the Survivor and R. Kelly shit for the same shit that he was found acquitted and not guilty of 15 to 20 years ago.
Whoa. Wait. All right, time out. This is where I kind of jump in.
It's a fact.
That,
I know what
that's
you're
not
gonna bring
what
up.
happened.
I know what you're gonna bring
That's
up.
not what happened. We got to tell it right?
Go ahead.
So to that point, R. Kelly was acquitted on the child pornography charge from that video with that particular
With Star's
girl.
niece, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he was acquitted for. What he was actually charged and convicted with this time was a RICO case. So the feds got creative because the problem with rape and sexual assault is that the statute of limitations don't run forever.
True.
All right. Number 2, very low conviction rate if you even get to court. Number 3, very difficult to prove at any point. 4, when a woman accuses a man of sexual assault, everything that woman has ever done gets brought up. Like you think about the Derrick Rose case with old girl when they broke in, right? When they broke in the girl house and just did whatever to her. They were, and so like they literally brought up like her pictures on Instagram. They brought up her sexual history and said, "See, my client couldn't have sexually assaulted her because of look at the picture she put on IG."
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with her giving consent in that particular moment? Why would you subject yourself to that if that was something that didn't happen, right? So I also wanted to cover that part. So getting back to Kales. Kales was convicted in a RICO case of the criminal enterprise of R. Kelly, where he was allowed without any repercussions to partake in sexual acts with minors. And there was an organization that he built around him with handlers, with managers, with enablers. And so the feds went through, got the evidence from 20 years ago, and convicted him based on that. That's a RICO case. That's what they use for the mafia.
True.
Minors?
Yeah, minors.
Yeah. Because he married a 15-year-old.
The majority of them.
We got the paperwork.
Outside of the age of consent in certain states with 16, 17.
Kel's in jail for Aaliyah.
No.
No. It's for the criminal enterprise that operated around him that allowed for that to happen.
Yeah, he was.
And that was a no. So
Because
technically,
the key word you're saying is minor. So
them girls that he had locked up is basically all tied into.
Were they minors?
That wasn't part of the
They were
case
18 and 19. Were they minors?
It's part of the case now.
But that's my overall problem.
I'm talking to the lawyer here. Were they minors?
At the time.
What time?
Technically, that's subjective.
Aaliyah was 15 when he married.
Yeah. So I ask you again.
It was, and so
is it for Aaliyah?
More centered around
that was a no.
That was a no, but you still got the paperwork that they were married. And you have people who testified who were around at that time that he told them that he got her pregnant.
So he's in jail for Aaliyah or for these last two girls?
He is in jail for the criminal enterprise or for the enterprise around him that allowed for those things to happen.
And I think that's bullshit.
So it's going back.
It's clever.
It's
like if he would have stayed not having that shit with them girls, he would have probably been alright.
So it's not even just that. Like, so, God, this is going to sound horrible. If he was just going to high schools and picking up underage girls, he would have been better off doing that than having people go get these girls and facilitating their ability to have unlawful sexual encounters. If he would have just went to the high schools himself and picked them up, there's nothing the feds could have done. God, that sounds awful to say.
No, that's the legal system.
But legally, like, he would be in the clear. But because he had handlers and managers and people who enable that type of behavior, that's what ended up getting him in jail. Right now, under the Fed charges. But
in order to come up with that, to present the RICO case, what the is asking is, what information did he use? I know that they didn't use the Aaliyah shit, but what new information did they use in order to convict him or charge him? Because I know that when they locked him up, he still had the two girls either from Philly or New York. They went to the concert way back when he was popping in the 90s and shit. They came for, that was from Baltimore. They came for, and I think they found a couple other videos. The thing is, he had been, when he was doing the shit with Nick Cannon in Florida in the early 2000s, he had been found not guilty of all of that. So I want to know, what information did you get prior to arresting him to grant you the information to charge?
I don't think it was any new information. It's all old information.
That's my point.
I think
That's exactly my point.
They had like more tapes.
I'm not. So no, they did find a bunch of tapes in like 2007 or something like that. But that's not what it was. I think what happened was they eventually, those people who were protecting him for so long finally turned against him and testified against him in that trial.
So
Because they started arresting people who were close to him before the trial.
So this is my thing, bringing it back home to Rory. You're speaking so matter-of-factly about an individual and they mishap, because that's sugarcoating it, and their wrongdoings and everything like that, if he's guilty of such, such, and such, and such. Mm-hmm. Instead of you going on a platform saying, why don't you take your ass up to the local precinct or call your local government? Because, and I don't want to attach this hood mentality shit to it, but I feel like it's applicable right here. You snitching. You dry snitching. You going on a social platform, you speaking about a person in an unflattering way, whether they're guilty or not. You basically throwing a stone and hiding your hand.
Rory?
Yeah. If you feel like that, and this ain't caping for Trey Songz or whoever. If you really, really feel that way, and you feel vexed and all of that because he's taking advantage or he's done X, Y, and Z to people that's close to you, why don't you either talk them into saving future people and speaking up for themselves and so on and so forth?
Maybe he did. Maybe he tried to.
This ain't the way. Because I'm
maybe every time, maybe the person who confided in him.
Like I said, if I'm Trey Songz, I'm suing you. Now, like I said, on the flip side of that, if Trey Songz don't sue Rory or beat his ass, that's telling too. And why do I say that's telling? Because if you don't pursue somebody that's dragging your name through the mud about something like that, that tells me that you don't want to ruffle no feathers or shake no trees or branches because you're scared of what might fall out of there.
It could be that, or maybe sometimes when you ignore a hater, sometimes it go away.
It's certain shit. Like if somebody's speaking about your kids or your mother or something that's very important to you, you ain't letting that slide. You're not putting no rape on me. It's certain shit that you can never put on my jacket. That's one of them.
That's on your jacket, but he didn't have that put on his jacket about how many times?
3 or 4.
Yeah, and some of them stories are very similar, where he takes their phones, very rough with them.
The Keke Palmer shit.
Yeah, lock them up and talk bad to them.
It's the same.
Threaten to throw their phone off the balcony, peeing on people without their consent. Like
they say he locked somebody in the closet.
No, I thought Keke said she had to lock herself in the closet to get away from him.
It was at a video shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was something wild.
Wild boy, man. These R&B dudes. Let me tell you, man.
I mean, to be fair, when he first came out, he wanted to be just like R. Kelly. He did the singing in the closet. God damn. The trapped in the closet like parody and all that. Like it's not that far of a stretch to see him completely following the footsteps.
Damn, man. That's crazy.
Wait, so y'all don't think Tory shot married?
Nope.
No.
What?
No, sir. Wait, you think he did?
I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
Indulge me.
What you mean?
Enlighten me. Why do you think that? Because I already killed him. So
he hasn't though. He hasn't. Look, man, if you shot somebody,
you said yourself that he didn't do it. I got the text to prove it.
If you shot somebody, right? You just be like, man, you know who shot you. You know who shot you. Why you playing? That's what he did. Nah, you supposed to get up this like, nah, bitch, I ain't shoot you.
He did. He called her a bitch.
Just so hard.
He ain't call her a bitch, but he said you know who did it. The only thing he didn't do was snitch, and there was no gun residue found on Tory, and that man ain't damn near have on no clothes.
It was inconclusive. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's not the same.
But gun residue was found on Kelsey.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Yes,
it's not been found on anybody.
No, yes, it was.
We hadn't even okay, time out. Let's go back. So number
was
one,
inconclusive was not found nowhere.
Number one,
was found somewhere.
We haven't gone to trial yet. Like everything that's been up till now has been pre-trial, and the fact that Tory went and leaked the discovery information to ACT or however that worked out. Yeah, whatever, right? So this isn't that hard of a case to beat if I'm Tory's lawyer. All I have to do is put doubt in the minds of the jury that Tory did it. All I have to do is be like, well, there's another person there. There's another person there. The gun residue is inconclusive. See, so it was someone. As long as you just put the doubt somewhere else.
The gun was found on him, though.
Huh?
That's how OJ got on.
And then,
The
All you
gun,
gotta
the
do
gun
is
was
sold
on
it out.
Tory, though. Tory had
and
the
then
gun.
he not even charged with shooting. He just charged with having a gun.
Which also lets you know something very important. Because if he was charged with it, you would up his charges to attempted murder.
Not necessarily.
What you mean not
Could
necessarily?
be aggravated assault.
That too. And then, again, he only is charged with possession of a legal firearm or some shit like that. Like that's
As a prosecutor, you go for the case that you know that you can beat.
that's not true.
Yes.
In law, no, it's not. In law,
Why would you waste your time?
No.
Man, you better watch
In law, they go for the highest charge first, and as your defense attorney basically does their job, they start knocking off charges to what can stick. They hit him with the only thing that they could hit him with, which was the gun charge, because the DNA evidence proves there's no gun residue on him, and like, that's it. That's it.
We don't know that though.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. We just know from discovery of what his defense attorney has presented. We don't have a clear picture of what the prosecutor has presented.
Okay, so
The fact that this is continuing to go to trial and they haven't worked out a deal, the prosecutor feels like they have enough to get a conviction. Matter of fact, they feel like they have more than enough to get a conviction if they haven't made a deal yet.
So why you ain't up the charges then?
Why would they up the charges?
Because that would
They
be
didn't get
attempted
a
murder.
deal yet.
You go after what you can definitely put the person away for, especially in LA County. Like this is the state's attorney in LA.
So let me get this
You
straight.
know how many cases they got?
I feel you. Let me get this straight. There's 5 of us in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody aims a gun at the majority of us and fires a shot, what do you think the charge is going to be? I can tell you right now, it's going to be attempted murder,
That's if,
or
that's
at
if
least,
you get
or
arrested.
at least, if we get arrested, and whoever the shooter is going to at least be aggravated assault, or attempted murder with a deadly weapon.
Not necessarily.
Unlawful
How-
discharge of a firearm could be
It
that
could
too.
be that too. He ain't get that. So again, that's telling. That is very, very telling.
That's telling me the prosecutor wants to put this dude away with the easiest case possible. If all they're charging him with is illegal possession of the firearm,
you can beat that.
that's easy.
You can beat. That's an easy beat.
They
as
caught
well.
if they caught him with the gun, how do you? Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, but I'm also in the car with my security.
He's not even a citizen of the states. There's no way a gun ends up in his possession.
No, it could because that gun could belong to my security.
Yeah, but you're not licensed to carry it. You're not even from here.
What I'm saying is, just because you find a gun, that don't mean it's mine. Remember, Wayne went to jail for some same shit. That gun that Wayne went to jail for wasn't his.
But it was on him.
It was on his bus. It wasn't on him. It was on his bus. They pulled him over. They searched the bus. They found the gun, and because and that's where you right. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Exactly.
And because the bus was his, automatically you put it on Wayne. That
Exactly.
gun, the person that gun belonged to was also on the bus.
Okay.
So it's like it ain't that cut and dry. So the thing is, if you really want to get a conviction, you up the charges. You throw as many charges on him to make whatever stick.
Definitely right.
Not necessarily.
You trump up the charges and hopefully gets convicted for the
Trump
rest.
up
You
the
throw
charges
however
if you
many
wanna-
things at the
if you
wall and
wanna
see what
make a
stick.
deal.
No, if you want a conviction, you hit him with as many charges as possible. If you want to, like you said you want the conviction. You don't get a conviction with just unlawful possession of a firearm.
Did Wayne go to jail?
He did.
Yeah, you went to jail almost a year.
But it wasn't his gun.
But see, that's the thing. This wasn't Tory Cobb.
Was he on that? Was he in that car?
Yeah, but it wasn't his car. It's not the same
If that's
situation.
the case, that's a failure on the team. Like, how do you let the person making the money go to jail for a gun that wasn't even his?
Because we don't give a fuck about Tory.
What type of team is that?
Same Vic shit. And he wasn't even at home when he went to jail for the dogs.
Jesus. No, but Vic was.
He went there.
Vic
He was out of
funded
state.
that. Vic funded that.
That's fine. I mean, I funded the house. The house belonged to me.
Nah. Man, don't get me started on the Michael Vick stuff.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
Man, wait this big case, big. I can't wait.
you already said he's not guilty. I got the text.
You said he not guilty too. So when he found guilty,
I'm gonna say his
I think he's gonna be found guilty, but I don't know if he's gonna do
okay.
any jail time.
Okay, based off what? And why would he do
If
a
he's
jail
only
time?
charged, and like I said, I don't quite know what he's charged with because I ain't following it that closely because I'm waiting for it to actually go to trial because I'm actually curious to see what happens.
I don't think it's gonna go to trial. I don't.
already going to trial.
No, it ain't.
Well, the trial got delayed to September.
I don't think it's going to trial.
I think if they were gonna deal, he would have dealt already.
Just throw that out there.
I don't think it's him that they wait on. I think they wait on the prosecutors to deal. Because I think the prosecutors thought they had a case until the fucking gun residue shit came out. And remember,
They've known that for months though.
Early January, the first or second week of January, and when that shit came out, that's when Meg went on fucking Twitter and tried to spin the script. Remember with the scenarios and all that. I was shot. Nah, you only charges, man.
Me and the is standing over here, right? I got the gun in my hand. I pop you. With your back turned. You see me turned around, I got the gun in my hand. He goes, "Hey, oh shit!"
You said you in the is, right? Your story would be better if you said 3 of us was over there, and then you
But
shot
listen,
Ed.
you turn around, you see him with the gun in his hand.
You gonna say who shot you?
It's still no guarantee that he shot you.
Now, what you gonna say? Shot you?
You can. What I'm saying is, you can say he shot you. It's no guarantee that he did it though.
But
It's
you
not.
gonna say Julie shot you? You gonna think Julie shot you though, right?
Off the rip, yes.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that you're wrong in that. What I'm saying to you is,
So is Meg wrong?
yeah.
If she see Tory with that gun in his hand, and she be like, "Motherfucker, you shot that foot off."
True. Let's keep it right there. Me and Larry also behind you, and one of us is trying to wrestle the gun from you, and you shoot ears in the process. And as soon as the pop go off, Larry let go of the gun, and you left holding the gun. Who shot you then? Shh, don't say shit. Who shot you?
Nigga holding the gun.
No.
One of y'all niggas shot me,
Exactly.
man. Pull that trigger.
Exactly. Because you don't know.
And what she gonna say? Oh, it was Larry. Larry, what the fuck you shoot me for?
But you don't
They
know
was
that Larry
wrestling over
did
the
it.
gun. Yeah, they was wrestling over the gun. Yeah.
And he's, I ain't gonna lie. I think it was like
If they was wrestling over the gun, he touched the gun then,
I
huh?
think it was in like the first 3 charges.
See, that's why I should have been a lawyer for real. I should have kept going. I should have kept going. I took the LSAT. I did pretty good. I just ain't want to go to school.
Not with that judgment.
What's your rebuttal? What's your rebuttal?
I gave it to
Because
you.
if y'all wrestling over the gun, so you should say you ain't touched the gun. But how y'all wrestling over it? You ain't never touch it.
No, I said the gun ain't mine.
Nah, that's not what we talking about. Because if you had it in your possession, it don't matter if it was yours or not.
If put it like this, if Larry got the gun and you see him trying to point it at ears and you trying to save your brother's life, and in the process y'all wrestling over the gun, and the motherfucker go off, you didn't shoot him.
That's not the question. The question is, was it ever in your possession?
It's still not in your possession. It's not.
If you done had it because you wrestled it away from Larry or Larry wrestled away from you, it's in your possession.
Oh no, he got okay. Wait, so he's got a felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm and possessing a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle.
Yeah, that assault.
Prison.
What did he get charged with on arrest? Or was that what he got charged with on arrest?
That's what he got charged with.
On arrest, right?
No, that's what he's facing now.
That's what he's going. When did
Yeah,
that
that's
charge
what he's
come
going
in?
to trial for.
When did that charge come in, or did it come in?
It's been there.
Wait a second. Yeah, it's too much stuff to read here.
That nigga going to jail, man.
But a judge upheld one of the charges. I guess they was trying to get the assault charge dismissed. The judge upheld it at the end of last year.
Ooh. Prison.
I'll take a friendly bet.
Deported.
Prison. That nigga ain't going to jail.
I don't think he's going to jail.
Deported.
I think
Yeah, they're just going to deport him.
No,
Live quarantine from
I think
Toronto.
they're gonna settle out of court.
Yeah, they probably will.
But that's the thing. It's not a civil case. This is criminal. You can't settle out of court on this.
You can't.
No. This is criminal. This is the prosecutor. This has nothing to do with Meg.
Oh well, he finna get
Take
found
it,
out
please.
guilty.
This is the state of
He
California.
finna get found out guilty.
Tori, if you listening, man, probation, man, just cop out to the probation.
Nah, just take
That's
that
crazy.
deportation.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You telling a black man to cut to a to.
Nigga, you go take 2 years probation, just don't have no gun.
If I know I ain't do it, I'm fighting that shit.
Oh, you going to six years? Hard time, sin.
Nah, he ain't doing no jail.
What's they call? He be playing music at Pelican Bay.
No, he probably just don't want to get deported because obviously he's not a citizen.
No, only time will tell, though, man. Only time will tell what's gonna happen. But
Hey, bro, look, I will tell you this though.
Dang, you did say under 2 hours. And we over that.
We at 2?
All right, so yeah, man, go ahead, wrap us up, man. You know,
I want to say
ahead, man.
rest in peace to baby girl who
Oh,
was beat to death by a punk ass stepdaddy.
Yeah, that was man. I cried
You
watching
bullshit.
reading that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
That's what happened?
Bro, I'm gonna send you the video. I ain't gonna send you. It ain't no video, but
My bad. I'll tell you about it off.
that shit fucked me up when reading that, man.
Yeah, that's like just the details. Like,
That's sad too, though.
it's crazy.
Since keeping it on the same mark, say a word of prayer for my family. My auntie Crystal passed yesterday. Definitely praying for little man Tamel Emery. Y'all Uncle Larry and shit. Yeah.
Holla, what?
Crystal Moore,
Who's her husband?
Larry Moore, senior, the athletic director. At High
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Damn, condolences, man.
Like that was a bad call I had to give my mama. I ain't like that shit at all. Yeah. So yeah.
That's a big blow.
Damn. Ain't no music to play.
Right.
Ain't up to move, man. And shout out to the local authorities for finding what's her name, Ariana Taylor.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to. We could. I don't
Man,
know.
yeah,
That's a whole.
Yeah. No, because that shit pissed me off too.
yeah.
Oh well. On a lighter note, I want to give a happy early birthday shout out to the Queen. Bria be 29 on Sunday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, by the time this
You're
come
so
out, it's your
pretty.
birthday.
Thank you.
I'm a shoe Larry. But yeah. Happy birthday. We're gonna do it up this weekend. You already know the vibes. Love you very much. You're a wonderful mother, a striving, beautiful black woman.
Hey, don't try to use this platform. Yeah, you trying to get. Yeah, I don't know what you. And it's gonna come out next week. I know what you're doing.
I can't say happy
Smart.
birthday.
That's that corny
Smart.
shit.
Right.
Yo, you ain't smooth. You see how that's negative, but I use it. But you know what I meant by it.
No. I am. First of all, I am smooth, and that's not negative.
Yeah, this nigga. But yeah, catch y'all next week.
All right, let the people know where they can reach you at.
Yeah, so on Instagram at Easy Money Jones, so Easy Money Jones. On Twitter, Easy Money Jones _ and you just catch me in the streets, man. Well, actually, don't do that because I probably have my kids with me and they ain't gonna fight. So yeah, don't catch me in the streets. Actually,
He got beats for sale.
yeah, I still do beats. I got 2 beat tapes dropping this year, Marquette 2, and I Belong on TV. So that's my 2 beat tapes, and then whenever school and finish up my vocals, I'm dropping a single called "Laughing to the Bank."
All right.
So
Hey,
be on the lookout. Follow
hey,
me.
hey.
And like, share, and subscribe to the realest podcast in Northwest Indiana. And thank you, fellas, for having me.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate
You welcome
y'all.
back anytime.
course.
Anytime.
Of course.
What's up, man?
man?
Shouts out to my niece. I just gave her $50, man. She got like all A's and B's in her report card. I gave her $10 an A, $5 a B.
I like that energy.
She got me for my money. Keep doing it.
I like that energy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We catch y'all next week, man.
Yeah.